Shana Tova. I am so excited to be with you guys. This is really, I try not to tell the adults. I mean, there are a few sprinkled in. I try not to tell the people in the other sanctuary, just whoever they might be. This is my favorite service of the year. And I missed doing it with you in person last year, and I'm so glad that some of you can be here in person. I'm so glad we have a bunch of people out in StreamYard land, in Facebook universe, who are joining us. It is such a joy to be together. Can everybody say Lashana Tova, Cal?
Lashana Tova.
There's Cal way back there. Cal is one of the teenagers at Bnai Keshet who helps keep things run. Cal, I have a job for you, which is to put away my guitar after this service. Could you do that? I forgot to make sure that somebody could do that because I might be in a rush. Let's sing about how good it is. It is so good to be together. Let's sing Hine Matov. Hine Matov. I don't know if it's even in your book. It's on the front cover of it.
Front cover.
Take a deep breath. I mean, we're outside, but it's just worth acknowledging. This is, kind of a big crowd for this moment in history for many of us in our lives. It's a great thing to be together. This is Lincoln. He brings so much music to our community. If you have never met him, he is a mensch of a mensch.
Aww.
I am Rabbi Elliot. I like to think I'm a reasonably decent guy as well. Let's wish each other Lashana Tova. We're going to sing this melody for the melody that is the special melody. Really, it's mostly for Erev Rosh Hashanah, but we can sing it whenever we want. Second. I see that there are more people coming. I am so glad that we have more and more people coming. There are a bunch of unused seats in the middle and the front. Maybe somebody could grab them and kind of pull them to the side so it's easier for people to spread out if they want to spread out. Anybody who can easily pick up a couple of chairs and move them, I invite you to do that. Hashanah Tova, a happy new year to you. Hashanah Tova to you and you. Page 3. Elohai Neshama Shena Tatabi. We have, this is the deal, Tshuva, doing the repentance of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's just like cleaning the windows, right? It's just like washing the smudge off your glasses. It's all perfect. All you need to do is just sort of clear the way, and then it's like a pane of glass. Your spirit is in perfect order just the way it is.
Neshama.
Neshama, Neshama,
Shenatatabi.
Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi,
Tohorahi.
Tehorahi, Tehorahi.
Let's do it again. Elohai. Neshama.
Neshama, Neshama,
Shenatatabi.
Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi,
Tohorahi.
Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Take a deep breath. Think about something in your life that you feel grateful for. A place of gratitude. If you know what that is, or if something comes to mind, raise your hand high. All right, and now if you can look at me, I want to know, what did you, really loud, because I can't run to you with this mic very far. Go ahead. I am grateful for her family and all the things that are happy or happening. All the things she has in the world. Yes. Go ahead. Both you, the two of one, then the other. Go. Music.
Woohoo.
Grateful for things that give us joy. Hey, let me remind the two of you. You guys have an announcement to make later today, I think, in the big service. Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys are part of it. It's not in the outline. Whoever's leading the service is going to forget about you unless you get up in their face and remind them. Oh, and that, by the way, might be me, because I thought you were going to do it last night. I was totally wrong. I'm sorry. Can I just say I'm sorry? Okay, yeah. All right. All right. Anything else you're grateful for? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yehirat's King, Yehirat's own. May we all live to so many more wonderful, great birthdays. I'm grateful for every birthday. Yes, yes. I heard mom. I want your mom. I want to go to Fire Island. All right. Okay. No. Fair. Good. Listen, there is so much to be grateful for. It is so easy to get cranky at life. Life can be challenging, to be sure, but it is great. We just change the world when we decide to focus on the things we are thankful for, and the world actually becomes greater. It actually becomes easier to feel the light. So let's sing Mod Ani. Everybody, I think we usually stand up for this.
I think we're going to rise. Everybody, please stand up, because we're going to stretch out our bodies, because we've probably been sitting a little too long already. Here we go. Everybody stretch to the left. Here we go now. Mod Ani lefanecha. Stretch to the right. Stretch forward. Straight up in the air. Dance it out now. All right, let's do it again. Stretch to the right this time. Here we go. Stretch to the left. Stretch forward. Touch the ceiling. Shake those hips now.
Can we get some Esa Enai dancers up here? Okay, 1, 2, come up. Come on. Anybody else want to come? We could use 3 or 4 more. Face the community. Here's the deal with Esa Enai. Here's the deal. Oh my gosh, these guys, they've lost the mojo. All right, okay, listen. It's very easy. Here, you scoot over just a little bit this way, a little bit that way. I look to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help, I don't know, something like this, comes from Adonai, not necessarily there, not necessarily everywhere, the maker of heavens and earth.
Ready? Here we go.
So just a thought, not just a thought, a tradition you may or may not know about. There's a tradition, and I have really mixed feelings about this tradition. Just so you know, I, Rabbi Elliott, have mixed feelings about some of Judaism's traditions. I know, it may be hard to believe, but in fact it is true. And this is one of them, but nonetheless, I adhere to it, which is that in services, when we feel we try not to offer applause. Why? Because we're trying to make sure that we remember that all these efforts to sing beautifully, to dance with spirit, to tell a good story, to say something that people want to say right on to, they're not a performance. They're for no other purpose than prayer and service. And so we try to remind ourselves of that by, when we feel like applauding, instead sort of like taking a breath. Sometimes people say Yasher Koach, and here at Bnai Keshet, as a means to sort of create an alternative, we do this little thing, which I think is applause in sign language, which is still kind of applause. But for those of us who are hearing, it feels enough different that it works. Let's sing more. Let's sing Hallelujah. Kol Hanishama Hallelujah. This is on page 4 of your Machzor.
Shama, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Shama, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Oh, Shama, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah.
Why don't we stand up kind of quietly? We're going to call each other to worship. So keeping in mind that some of the people we're calling to worship are sitting maybe in their living rooms or their kitchens and are joining us through the stream. And if you are the people who are out there on the stream, keeping in mind that we need you to call out to us and invite us into prayer together. Yai dai da dai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai yai dai. Baruch hu et Adonai. Can sit. I want to tell you, sometimes I've noticed in the main service, the so-called main service, that people get antsy and they talk in the background while stuff is happening. You guys are so with it. It's just, even though we're outside, everybody is so present. I love how present you are. So let's just stay. We're going to get into a kind of especially quiet mode as we get ready to say the Shema, and join with us in singing this simple song about how we want to put our heart into the place where we are.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Try it. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands
to give freely.
My
lips.
Open my lips to good words, to pure words.
Open my heart to love.
Again. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Last time. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love.
So, with your eyes closed, listen to all these sounds you can hear. See if behind the cars you can hear insects, maybe a bird. Take a breath and see if you can hear the sound of your own breathing. Let's join together in the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. So, I want to tell you a story. And I'm going to just share with you something I don't usually share before a story, which is that even though this story may sound made up, it's a pretty true story. I know some of the people who are featured in this story. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. I am not lying. Malka, it's Rosh Hashanah. I am not lying. I take no offense, and you're forgiven for even saying such a thing. There once was a woman named Eliata, and Eliata, she loved to bake. She baked all kinds of things. She baked birthday cakes. On Hanukkah, she baked donuts. She baked bread. But challah, she loved baking challah for Shabbat. Now, Eliata, she was a pretty good person. Did she give tzedakah? Sure, she gave tzedakah. She gave charity. Did she go to services? You know, sometimes. Did she believe in God? Eliata wasn't always sure. But challah, she believed in challah. I'm going to tell you, Malka. It's like the Muppets around here. She liked rolling it out. She liked making it into strands that she could then braid up. She liked the smell of it in the oven. Of course, she liked eating it. So for years, Eliata would bake 2 challah loaves for Friday night. And her challah, it was so fluffy. It was so sweet. And let me just tell you, even though her kids were very picky eaters, there was never, ever a crumb of this challah left over to make French toast with on Saturday morning. It was gone. One Shabbat, Eliata, after weaving all the challah dough to make her 2 Shabbat chalot, she looked into her bowl and she noticed some extra dough. And she thought this was the strangest thing because she was sure she was following the recipe just the same way she always does. But one thing for sure about Eliata, she was not about to let challah, or really anything ever, go to waste. So she rolled it up. She made a little tiny challah. She braided it. It was about the size of like a hot dog bun. She put it in the oven and cooked it. When it came out, she wrapped it up with foil, and she walked over to the rabbi's house. Here, I'll tell you a secret, Malka. I'm the rabbi. she left it on the porch with a little note, Shabbat Shalom from Eliata. When the rabbi got home and saw the note, his first thought was, Oi, what is Eliata up to now? And then the rabbi thought, but I already bought a challah. I bought a challah from the best bakery in West Orange. The rabbi sighed. And on that Shabbat, Eliata's little hot dog bun sized challah was right next to the big, beautiful bakery challah. Now on Saturday morning at the rabbi's house, there was some challah left over for French toast, but it wasn't Eliata's challah. No, that was all gone. It was the bakery challah. Eliata never changed her recipe, but somehow, week after week, she kept having more dough left over in her mixing bowl. So she started baking challahs for her neighbors. When somebody moved into town, she would give them a challah. Pretty soon, the rabbi was getting 2 big challahs every week for Shabbat. She would give one to her friend. But nonetheless, she always had more and more dough. And let me tell you, I told you Eliata loves baking challah, but Eliata does not like wasting challah dough. So she went to the rabbi and she asked him, Rabbi, surely there must be somebody else in the community in need of challah. Otherwise, why else would it be that my dough keeps increasing? Now the rabbi sighed. Eliata's good ideas always seemed like more work to the rabbi. But the rabbi indeed could think of a few more people in the community who could benefit from a challah fresh baked on Shabbat. And he knew just how delicious a challah could be and how it could heal a wounded spirit. So he said, Eliata, you have to meet Kahalyahu. Kahalyahu is not such a baker like you, but Kahalyahu knows who in the community is in need of help, and Kahalyahu, she pays attention. You give her the extra loaves, and she will find people to give them to. From then on, Kahalyahu, whenever she heard about somebody alone, on Shabbat, she would bring them an Eliata challah. Maybe a family whose youngest child just went to college. Maybe a woman who just gave birth to a new baby. Maybe a young man with a broken heart. Maybe a parent who just lost their job. Maybe someone who was sitting Shiva. They all got challah. Eliata baked, and Kahalyahu, she delivered. One Friday morning, Eliata was baking all this challah as she always does. With her most amazing magic challah dough, she started to put it in the oven, and she noticed no heat. The oven was broken. No heat, no challah. Eliata called the rabbi. The rabbi called Kahalyahu. Kahalyahu called Eliata. She said, I have a plan. Kahalyahu came to Eliata's house. She picked up the dough. She started delivering it. First, she delivered it to the rabbi's house. Then she delivered it to Eliata's neighbors. Then she delivered it to the family whose youngest child was now doing quite well in college. She delivered it to the woman with a new baby, who was by this point kind of a toddler. She delivered it to the young man who was totally over his broken heart. She delivered it to the parent who had a new job. She delivered it to the person who, though they had gotten up from sitting Shiva and were still a little sad, was no longer quite in mourning. They all got challah dough. They turned on their ovens. They rolled it out into strands. They braided it. They baked it. And that Shabbat, everyone who needed challah got challah. There was plenty to go around. Even Eliata had 2 fresh baked chalot that hadn't even been cooked in her own oven. And she, you know what? She had to admit it. When she received challah baked in somebody else's oven, it tasted even more sweet. By the next Shabbat, Eliata's oven was fixed. And some of the receivers, though, they had enjoyed baking their own challah. So they asked Eliata, can we have the recipe? Some of them made changes. Gluten-free challah, whole wheat challah, vegan challah, sure, all of the above. Now, they did not have magical mixing bowls. But They all made extra because they understood the miracle of receiving a fresh baked challah on Shabbat just when your spirit needs it most. Did the community give tzedakah? Sure, they gave tzedakah. Did they go to services? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they went to services. Did they believe in God? They weren't always sure. But they believed that challah, given with love, is a miracle. Shana Tova. Let's sing a little more. We're going to sing Avinu Malkeinu. Somewhere, someplace. What page is Avinu Malkeinu on? Page 11.
Avinu Malkeinu, 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 Avinu Malkeinu.
So take a deep breath. And maybe you have a prayer in your heart. Or maybe you want to just listen quietly to your own heart and see if there's something that rises up. This is just for you. You don't have to share it with anybody. It might be a wish for the day or a wish for the year. Page 7. You don't really need it, but if you want, you can turn to page 7.
Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Yadadai. Mi kamocha nedavar b'kodesh, Yadadai. No Tehilo, Yadadai. Oh, Sefele, Yadadai. I will build this world from love, Yadadai. And you must build this world from love, Yadadai. And if we Then God does build this world from love.
I'd like to ask everybody to stand up. I'd like to invite up Samara, who is going to be leading us in our Chauffeur Blast. So listen, the mitzvah here is to listen to the Chauffeur Blast, and we are really going to listen. Oh my gosh, some people know it. Some people know it. So what you should just do is face so that your shofar is away from them. Samara is carefully lowering her mask and facing with the shofar away from you. If you are on page 18 and want to join me in this blessing, feel free to do so. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, creator of the universe, who has made us holy and commands us to hear, to listen to the shofar. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyemanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Oh my goodness, it is so good to live in a universe where we have been given life, where we have been sustained, where we have been enabled, all the more so this year, to reach this moment. Tekiah, Shivarim Teruah, Tekiah, Tekiah, Shivarim Teruah, Tekiah, Tekiah, Shivarim Teruah. Tekiah Gedolah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Tekiah, Tekiah. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Shivarim, Shivarim. Tekiah, Tekiah. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Teruah, Teruah, Shivarim, Shivarim, Tekiah, Tekiah. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Tekiah Gedolah. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
So listen, please raise your hand for a second. If this is, you can sit if you want to. But I would like it if anybody who has been at Bnai Keshet, let's just say for 7 or more Rosh Hashanahs, raise your hand. Or if you've ever been on the board of Bnai Keshet. Okay, so just everybody again, raise your hands really quick. All those people, come on. All right, listen. If this is your first time at Bnai Keshet, we are so glad you joined us. We have an open door policy all the time. We are indeed children of the rainbow. We have all kinds of folks. We would love you to come and just check out our kids service whenever we have them on Shabbat. Just know you're always welcome. If you don't remember who raised their hands, just grab someone who looks like they maybe are familiar. It might be they're brand new too. It doesn't matter. Just like you guys were all moving the chairs around, BK is a do-it-yourself place. We love your company, and we know that our community is made by you, by us, by all of us together, and we hope that you will be a part of it. We need you, and we will be benefited by your company. Let's sing another Lashana Tova song.
The way you say Happy New Year is Shana Tova. Everybody say Shana Tova. And everybody say Umetuka. That means, and a sweet new year. So it's a happy new year and a sweet new year. So the chorus of this song goes like this. Shana na 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 tova, ume tuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova, ume tuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Try that with me. Shana na 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 tova, ume tuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova, ume tuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Now the verse. Here we go. A new year rising, a new beginning. Lift your head up, turn yourself round, the world is spinning. Feel the magic of a new day. Open your heart to a fresh start, send your fears away. You've made mistakes, you feel it. You've got what it takes, believe it. Any wrong can be made right, just forgive, you need not fight. Shana Tova Umetuka, it's Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. So many new hopes waiting to find you. Open your eyes, the dreams you prize are all around you. Smiles are hiding, no use in guessing. Make up your mind, go out and find that simple blessing. This is your time, you feel it. You got what it takes, believe it. Any wrong can be made right, just forgive, you need not fight. Shana Tova Umetuka, it's Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Oh, give us life, God, and sustain us. Oh, deliver us to salvation. Oh, give us life, God, and sustain us. Oh, deliver us to salvation. Any wrong can be made right, just forgive, you need not fight. Shana Tova Umetuka, it's Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah.
So some Yeah, for Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So listen, there's services tomorrow. It's all on the website. People in Facebook land, we feel your presence. We're glad you are here. We have lovely things happening on Yom Kippur. We hope you'll join us again. This afternoon at 5:30, we're going to gather at Edgemont Park. There's going to be Chauffeur Blasts. We're going to do Tashlich. We'll be gathering there with Shomrei Emunah. You're welcome to come. There's so much happening. Check us out. And one final announcement. I said I wouldn't forget, and I didn't forget, even though this is rehearsal for the big stage next door, right? All right, here they go. Listen, I have to run. Have a great, sweet, sweet year. I'd leave, if you need to, just for while you're talking, and then put it back on. Take that one.
I need a sec. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Should I use the mic? Or will we all use the mic? Oh, so we just pass it around. But then.
Oh, that's so last year.
Guys, why didn't you tell me?
Let's just get this started with and telling everyone about the High Holy Day food drive this year. Okay. Hi. You're probably wondering, why should I donate to the food drive? Well, Tikkun Olam, acts of kindness, are a big part of our mission as Jews. The food drive is a way to help people in need. When you donate, all the food goes to people in our community that do not have enough to eat.
A little about where you will be donating to. That is assuming you will donate. You will, right? No pressure whatsoever. Assuming that you listen to Izzy's reasons why you should donate some food to our cause, all the food that you will all of you will donate will go to our trusty partners, Tony's Kitchen, and they distribute the food to our community.
So, what foods can you donate? Please donate unopened, non-perishable food so people will not be hungry. Here are some examples of foods you can donate. Breakfast items, oatmeal, cereal bars, etc. Pasta, pasta sauce, no glass jars please. Rice, tuna, peanut butter, no glass jars please. Soup, nuts, dried fruit, and canned beans.
On Yom Kippur, we bring bags of food. Bags of food back to the tables in the entryway of the church. We will transport your donations to Tony's Kitchen. You can also send food straight to Tony's Kitchen through Amazon or an online store. Take a flyer after services so you will know exactly what you need to do.
As a Jewish community, let's make this the best year for giving.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. And we'll be at all four corners handing out flyers in a minute.
Shana Tova, everybody. Shana Tova. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, Shana Tova. I'm so used to saying everybody come together and get closer together, but we can't do that, can we?
Don't get closer together.
Don't get closer together. Whatever you do, don't get closer together.
But still be happy to be here.
But be closer to your, sure,
be closer to yourselves. That's nice.
closer to God.
I like it, Laura. There.
Only normal jokes.
Get your brain cells closer together. I think we are.
Zach, you can hear me out there in the speakers? Yes, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
checking. We're good?
We're ready.
We're ready. Ready? Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yai lai 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 lai. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yai lai 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 lai. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
I am so grateful to sing with you, Lincoln.
I am grateful to be here with you, Rabbi Ariane, and with everybody else.
Lincoln and I have not sung together in the same space in like 18 months.
Yep, that's correct.
So it is extremely, even last High Holidays, when we were both streaming from the same building, we did not sing in the same space.
That's correct.
So this is our first time, and we are going to be doing this all year, every Shabbat morning.
I'm so excited.
And I am so excited. I am so excited. And not only that, this is the 10th time Lincoln and I have led Rosh Hashanah services together. Lincoln. Yay. So I am super, super grateful to be singing with Lincoln and to be singing with Laura and to be singing with Elias and to be singing with Leo and to be singing with Oliver and to be singing with Kat and to be singing with Zoe and to be singing with Cal and everybody else who is in this space this morning. And I would love to invite you to stand up and express with your bodies how grateful you are to be here. We're going to sing Modeh-Ani or Moda'ani or Odeh-Ani or Modim-Ani. Let me explain what that means. It means I am grateful, and in Hebrew, all the verbs have genders, which is weird because you would think only living things have genders, but it doesn't matter. Whatever, that's how Hebrew works. Okay, so all the verbs have genders. So if you are a boy or a man and you want to say Modeh-Ani, practice saying Modeh-Ani.
Modeh-Ani.
If you are a girl or a woman and you want to say Moda'ani, say Moda'ani. If you are none of the above or both, say Odeh-Ani or Modim-Ani. Either works. And say whatever you'd like. All right, and we're going to move our bodies. You ready?
Everybody stretch to the left. Here we go now. Modeh-Ani lefanecha. Stretch to the right. Melech Chai v'Kayam. Stretch forward. Shehechazarta B'nishma. Straight up now. B'chemla, B'chemla. Dance it out now. Rabba Emunah Rabba Emunah Rabba Emunah. All right, let's do it again. Stretch to the right this time. Here we go. Modeh ani lefanecha. Stretch to the left. Melech Chai v'Kayam. Stretch forward. Shehechazarta B'nishma. Touch the ceiling. B'chemla, B'chemla. Shake those hips now. Rabba Emunah Rabba Emunah Rabba Emunah.
Let's sit down and sing Elohai Neshama. We are so lucky and grateful to have pure, wonderful souls coming into the new year and every single morning and every single day knowing that we are 100% perfect just the way we are, which is like the best feeling ever. So if you have a little taste of that feeling right now, that you are 100% perfect just the way you are, see if you can find that feeling in your body. Like, find one spot in your body that is 100% perfect, where nothing is bugging you, where you're not annoyed by anything. It's like my middle toe on my left foot. It's perfect. Love it. Okay.
Let's try that again. Yai-da-dai. Just get in the mood. Yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai. Yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai. Yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai. Elohai, Elohai. Elohai, Elohai.
By the way, if you have a machzor, we're on page 3.
Neshama, Neshama. Shenatatabi. Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi. Tehorahi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Let's do it again. Elohai. Elohai, Elohai. Neshama. Neshama, Neshama. Shenatatabi. Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi. Tehorahi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi.
And we are still on page 3 at the bottom of the page. We're going to build our own prayers and say some morning blessings. If you have something that you want to express your gratitude for deep down in there, try to bring it to the surface. And when I call on you to shout it out, you're going to share them with me, okay? I'll start off with a couple easy ones. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chai ha'olamim Jack, what's your blessing?
Wow. That's a good one.
Who gives us space to make mistakes? Who gives us space to make mistakes? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei ha'olamim. Oliver. Who gives us lovely music? Who gives us lovely music? Ay, 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 ay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei ha'olamim. Who's got one more blessing? Who hasn't gone yet? Ellen. Who gives us amazing shelter from all the elements, hot and cold? Ay, 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 ay. Is there one more? Is there one more? Okay. Oh, there's two more. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei ha'olamim. Who gives us eyes and little sisters and food and everything we're grateful for? The end. Amen. What's your one more, Jack? I am really, really thankful for the food drive. Would you like to tell us about the food drive? Because I actually don't know enough about the food drive. I'm so grateful for the food drive. It wasn't, so there you go.
Oh, that's so last year.
Why didn't you tell me?
Let's just get started with telling everyone about the High Holy Day food drive this year.
Okay. Hi, you're probably wondering, why should I donate to the food drive? Well, Tikkun Olam, acts of kindness, are a big part of our mission as Jews. And the food drive is a way to help people in need. When you donate, all the food goes to people in our community that do not have enough to eat.
A little bit about where you will be donating to. That is assuming you will donate. You will, right? No pressure whatsoever. Assuming that you will listen to Izzy's reasons why you should donate some food to our cause. All the food that all of you will donate will go to our trusty partners, Tony's Kitchen, and they will distribute the food to our community.
So, what foods can you donate? Please donate unopened, non-perishable food so people will not be hungry. Here are some examples of foods you can donate. Breakfast items, oatmeal, cereal bars, etc. Pasta, pasta sauce. No glass jars, please. Rice, tuna, peanut butter, no glass jars. Soup, nuts, dried fruit, and canned beans.
On Yom Kippur, bring bags of food back to the tables in the entryway of the church. We will transport your donations to Tony's Kitchen. You can also send food straight to Tony's Kitchen through Amazon or an online store. Take a flyer after services so you will remember exactly what you need to do. And we'll be all around here handing out flyers if you need one.
As a Jewish community, let's make this the best year for giving.
Happy New Year!
will be on all four sides when everyone exits, giving you guys flyers. Yeah.
If you didn't get the inside joke about the toilet paper, then you have to go watch last year's video campaign for the food drive. Okay. And can I add one more thing to be grateful for? I'm so grateful that we figured out how to do a food drive last year, even though we weren't gathering in person. And I'm so grateful that we can figure out how to do a hybrid food drive this year. So that is super cool. So we're going to sing. This is not in the Machzor, but if you have a sheet with the extra songs, it will be on that sheet. And if you don't have a sheet with the extra songs, that's okay, because the words are really, really easy.
There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. Coming in, the waves are coming in. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That sound good? Okay. If you would like to show everyone how to do the moves, come on up.
You guys ready?
Cool.
Yes, here we go.
Good.
Shamayim va'aretz Ezri Meim Adonai Oseh Shamayim va'aretz Esa Einai El Hecharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Esa Einai El Hecharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Adonai Oseh Shamayim va'aretz Ezri Meim Adonai Oseh Shamayim va'aretz.
And we are on page 4, in the middle of the page, for Psalm 150. This is the best part about leading services with Lincoln, is that I just like, the outline is a suggestion.
We're ready for anything.
Whatever
always.
happens next is what happens next.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, betake shofar. Hallelujah, benevel vechinor. Hallelujah, betov umachor. Hallelujah, beminin ve'ugav. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, betzil tzilei shamayim. Hallelujah, betzil tzilei truah. Kol hanshama til hallel yah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Do you feel warm? Do you feel like a comfortable temperature? Does your spirit feel warm? Sort of. It's almost there? Almost warm. Okay. All right. So I think we need one more. We need one more thing before we sing Baruch Hu. So we're going to sing Open. And if you have that extra sheet of paper, then you have the words. But if you don't have it, I'm going to tell you the words, okay? Here are the words. Open my eyes to truth. Could be your physical eyes. Could be your inside eyes. Open my hands to give freely. Open your hands, just practice it. Okay, good. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Got it? Okay, that's the whole service. That's all the prayers. That's all of them in one container, okay? So just, if we learn that part, and we need to say a prayer, that's the one. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. That's the whole thing, okay? That's all. That's the synopsis of all the prayers. That's the direct translation of everything. All right? So we're going to sing that, and then we're going to work on getting ourselves ready, and then we're going to be ready for Baruch Hu.
Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Try it. Here we go. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Again. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Last time, make it good. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love.
Okay, I think we're ready. Oh, that's a plane. Okay. I invite you to stand up. Sing the Nigun first, shall we? Sing the Nigun first.
Yai, dai, 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 dai.
sit down. We're on page 5, in the middle of the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorech choshech, ose shalom uvorei et hakol. Thank you, God, for creating the day and the night, for the light and the dark. Thank you for the sunset and sunrise. Blessed are you, creator of all. We'll turn to page 6. That melody we just used for Baruch Hu is a special nusach, a special musical motif for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And it's so cool because we only get to hear it during this part of the year. We don't get to hear it the whole year until now. And that means that I have to relearn it every single year, which is also really cool that I get to do that. So we're going to use that melody again to sing Shema together. And we're on page 6. Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha u'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha havaderech ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. We're on page 7, and you already heard from Oliver and Jack and Izzy about Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. And about toilet paper, and we're going to mash up their idea of Tikkun Olam and the idea of Chesed, loving kindness, together when we sing Mi Chamocha. We'll use the words Olam, Chesed, Yibaneh. Everyone say Olam.
Olam.
Chesed.
Chesed.
Yibaneh.
Yibaneh.
Which means the world is built through love. Let's try it again. Olam.
Olam.
Chesed.
Chesed.
Yibaneh.
Yibaneh.
We're going to sing those words. Then we're going to sing some English words about love. And then we're going to sing Michamocha. Sound good?
kamocha ba'elim Adonai. Yadai, yadai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh. Yadai. I will build this world from love. And you must build. And you must build this world from love.
And when we build.
And when we build this world from love.
Then God does.
Then God does build this world from love.
I'm going to tell a story. This is a true story. And it's not the challah story. No. Jack. I know the challah story. It's not that story. It's another true story. For real. So. There is a tradition that when you say the Amidah, that silent standing prayer that we say, we're about to say, your prayer is not finished until you add a personal prayer. So usually I add my own little personal prayer at the end, very, very quietly, but I'm also really, really aware when I'm leading services with people here and microphones, I turn off my microphone because my personal prayer is just for me, right? I don't want to broadcast it. And in fact, I am so obsessed with the microphone and worried about the microphone and making sure the microphone is off because it happens sometimes to me, maybe it might happen to you too, that in the middle of a service, I need to use the bathroom. And so I always make sure when I have my mic and I'm wearing my mic, not this kind, the kind that clips on and it's in my pocket, I make sure to turn off my mic when I go to the bathroom. This is very important. Not all rabbis are technologically savvy the way that I am. And in fact, I have a friend who is a rabbi, and this friend was leading services all year on Zoom. So we all know about Zoom. Some people are not good at Zoom. It's just the truth. It's like it's very hard to learn. So my friend, the rabbi, is leading services on Zoom all year. And the problem is they weren't very good at the mute button and the unmute button. It was just really hard. It was like it's in the bottom corner, and sometimes you don't notice, is the red line across the microphone or is it not across the microphone? And so they didn't always mute themselves when they were leading the Amidah. And the first time it happened, it was like, okay, whatever, you hear the rabbis saying their own personal prayers, and they were alone in their own house, and, they figured nobody can hear my own personal prayers, so they were singing the Amidah really like out loud instead of silently to themselves, because this was the first time they led a silent Amidah, but alone in their own house. So they were really singing out, and when they got to the end of the Amidah, and it was time to add a little extra prayer of their own, they said in a full voice, I pray that nobody in my community and nobody that I know gets sick, because we're really, really worried about COVID and I'm scared about it, and I pray that nobody that I love and know gets sick. That's what they prayed. And the congregation was like, okay, yeah, we prayed that too. That was a good prayer, Rabbi. And nobody said anything about it, that they weren't on mute, because they figured, it's a learning curve. They'll figure out how to mute themselves next week. The next week came, The same thing happened. The rabbi didn't mute themselves, and they sang out with their whole heart, the whole Amidah in a loud voice, and they got to the end, and they wanted to say their own little personal prayer. And at the end of their Amidah, they said, just let me be strong enough to lead my community like this. Just let me be strong enough to do this. And the congregation was like, oh, that's very touched. And they didn't say anything about it. And the next week, the same thing happened. The rabbi got to the end of their prayer, and they said, let me have enough love in my heart to have patience when things are frustrating, like Zoom. The congregation said to themselves, yes, frustrating like Zoom. But nobody said anything about it. And then next week, the same thing happened. The same thing happened. The rabbi got to the end of their prayers, and they said with a full heart, let me have enough love in my heart to be patient with all of my family members who I am isolated in my home with, because they're very frustrating. But I love them so much. And everyone in the congregation could relate to that feeling. Even the people who lived by themselves could relate to that feeling, because they lived by themselves and they were frustrated by their own selves all the time. So nobody said anything. The next week, the same thing happened. Oh my gosh, when is this rabbi going to learn how to use Zoom? The next week, the same thing happened. And at the end of their prayers, they said, dear God, please let me know that I am enough and that I am good enough. And everybody in the congregation could relate to that prayer, because everyone had a really hard time with that sometimes. And the next week, the same thing happened. And the next week, the same thing happened. And the next week, the same thing happened. And every single week, the rabbi had something to share at the end of their prayers that everyone in the congregation could relate to at least a little bit. And so nobody ever told the rabbi that they were unmuted the whole year. I told you it was a true story, really. So, we're about to say the Amidah, and we're only going to do a silent Amidah this morning. We're only going to do our own personal Amidah. We're not going to sing out all the words together. But if you want to sing the words out in your heart that are on the page, you can do that. Or if you have a special prayer that is in your heart that you need to pray just to yourself, something that you need this year that you're thinking about on Rosh Hashanah, I invite you to do that. So we're going to stand up. We're going to start with the words, we are opening, we are opening, we are opening, which is our traditional way of starting the Amidah just for the high holidays at Bnai Keshet.
We are opening.
We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatech.
We're on the bottom of page 11. And we can keep standing or we can sit, whatever is more comfortable.
Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedakah May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Yah, my rock and my redeemer. Oh God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and in thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Ve'asuli mikdash ve'shachanti betocham ve'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru.
If you want the words, there are the last two lines on page 20.
Amen. Oseh shalom. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. Amen. Hey, la 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 la. Shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru
A special guest to services, Dan Zinman, holding a very large instrument. It's a trumpet. Yes, of course, it's a trumpet. Effectively a bugle, says Dan. All right, so it is a shofar, which we already knew, and we're going to stand up so that we can say a blessing and hear the shofar being called. There is a tradition that when we blow shofar, many people who blow shofar have a tradition of putting their tali tote over their heads and kind of creating a little cocoon for themselves so that they can really be focused and be in their own universe, blowing the shofar for us to hear, but really blowing it for themselves to hear. And we're kind of doubling down on that by having the shofar blower not blow into your faces, but blowing a little bit away from your faces, right? So sort of in this place. So if you can imagine, Dan is going to be blowing shofar only for himself, but we get the benefit of hearing it as well. So we're going to say the blessings together. They are on page 18. The first blessing is the blessing we say for any mitzvah, doing any mitzvah. This is a mitzvah, hearing shofar. But it's going to end with the words, lishmoa. Everyone say lishmoa, which means to hear. Kol, the voice of shofar. Okay, lishmoa kol shofar. If you are hard of hearing or deaf, you can still fulfill this mitzvah of hearing the kol shofar by watching it being blown, and if you can feel the vibrations by hearing or feeling the vibrations in your body. Okay, so we can all fulfill this mitzvah of hearing the shofar being blown. Let's say the whole blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. And we're going to say one more blessing. This is the blessing that we say whenever we're doing something for the first time in a really long time. And we're so grateful that we made it to this moment. And I am saying this blessing like extra double times a million right now because I am so grateful that we made it to this moment, that I can see all of your eyeballs who are here, and also that people who are watching on Facebook from home can see us. Many miracles are happening right here, okay? So let's say the Shechianu together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Are you ready? Tekiah. Shvarim Trua. Tekiah. Tekiah. No worries. Shvarim Trua. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shvarim Trua. Tekiah Gedola. Yasher koach. Thank you so much, Dan. And if you come this afternoon, I believe at 5:30, but it might be 5, check the website because I don't remember, to Edgemont Park, we will be having a big communal shofar blowing spread out all over the park. And if you have a shofar, bring it. We're doing that with Shomer Emuna, who we always do Tashlich with. So we'll do shofar blowing, and then we will do Tashlich together. If you want to bring some bird seed or something like that to cast away everything you want to cast away from this past year. Bring a mask. And I will be displaying for the very first time ever my new shofar and my new shofar skills. So come just for that. We are going to take out the Torah, and it's already out, but we're going to uncover it and all of that. And I want to invite, do I have somebody who is under the age of 13 who would like to open the ark? Yeah? Come on up. We'll stand up again. We're on page 12. Come on up. En kamocha va'Elohim Adonai ve'en kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor vador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch leolam vad Adonai hoz le'amo yitain Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom av harachamim heitiv avir tzoncha et Zion Tivne chomot Yerushalayim Tivne shalom Yerushalayim Kivecha levad batachnu Melech el-ram v'nisa Adon olamim. We are in the middle of page 13. No, it's just one of those days where you sing and nothing comes out. I think because grass. That's okay. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum Vechanun, Erech Apayim, Verav Chesed Vehemet, Notzer Chesed Lalafim, Nosei Avon Vafesha, Vechata Venakeh. Repeat after me. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Al Shlosha Devarim Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omer Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Torah ve'al ha'avoda ve'al gemilut chasadim al ha'torah ve'al ha'avoda ve'al gemilut שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
We can be seated. Do I have any volunteers who are either above the age of 13 or just really feel like they know their Torah blessings really well? Thank you, Leo. Like come up and say the blessing. That's how well. You are qualified. Okay. Here, take a talit. Somebody can, at least one person can wear it. Leo, you can wear it. Okay. So, what is Rosh Hashanah about? Anyone know? Like, what is this holiday for? No wrong answers. Yes. I could not hear that. Say it, scream it. The Jewish New Year. It's like, so what? but, like, I don't actually usually go to synagogue for, like, January 1st, right? Like, why do we have to go to synagogue on the New Year? That just seems really, I don't know. Oh, okay, so Jack says it's, like, about getting a new start. It's like getting a sweet start to the year. Yes, totally. And what else? Restarting the Torah. That is a very interesting and clever guess, but wrong. I'm sorry I said there were no wrong answers. That one is incorrect. We usually restart the Torah at Simchat Torah, which is in a couple of weeks, but very close to now. We're usually reading at the end of the Torah now at this point in the year. Okay, so it's about getting a new start, and it's also about getting us ready for Yom Kippur, but it has an extra meaning that some people say, and in fact, some of the prayers that people are saying over in that sanctuary actually use these words, Hayom Harat Olam, which means today the world is born. The idea of this is like the birthday of the world, the birthday of all things. Now, of course, the world doesn't actually have like a birthday. That is not an idea that makes a lot of sense for inanimate objects, but it is something that we celebrate in Judaism, and we usually, yeah, the year is 5,782. It's a good number. It's a good number. A good vintage of Earths. So even though the Earth doesn't exactly have a birthday, we are still celebrating the birthday of the year right now. And usually, say a little prayer in your heart for the people who are in that ambulance unit. Usually, I actually read the story of Ishmael and Isaac on Rosh Hashanah. That is our traditional Torah reading. But Rabbi Elliot and I were talking about this, and we felt like we should play up the whole thing about this being the birthday of the year and read the very beginning of the Torah that is about the birth of the earth, or the birth of the world as we understand it. So that's what we're going to read this morning. We are doing Bereshit, but we're not doing it with the trope that you guys already know by heart. We're doing it with a special high holiday trope. These guys actually know the very first part of the Torah by heart.
We're not very good at reading, but we'll be in the moment.
teaching just lessons, okay? All right, Lincoln, can you hold this side? All right. Okay. I would like one person to touch the Torah scroll with their talit. Kiss it. You do it right at the beginning. Okay? Just right there. You got it. Okay. Yep, I'm going to kiss it. I'm going to kiss it. Okay. Then move away. All right, ready? We're just reading this.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Avodato V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'haaretz hayata tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei tehom v'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim vayomer Elohim yehi or vayhi or vayar Elohim et ahor ki tov vayavdel Elohim bein ahor uvein hachoshech vayikra Elohim lahor yom v'lachoshech kara layla vayhi erev vayhi voker yom echad.
Here. Nai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'chaye Olam Nata B'toheinu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Yasher koach. Yes. Lincoln just asked if I would like him to Hagba, but this is only if people want to see Lincoln do dangerous things. All right. Okay, Lincoln's going to do something dangerous for us now. Ready? Let's stand up.
But where are we have a chair.
I'm going to get you a chair.
You ready?
I'm ready. Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael hapi Adonai beyad Moshe al shlosha devarim. Torah ve'al ha'avoda ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avoda ve'al gemilut chasadim. Yasher koach. All right, we can be seated. Thank you so much to everyone who helped us with our Torah service. That was really, really cool. And the best part about it is that it was not pre-arranged. I just asked for volunteers, and you just volunteered. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do Jewish community. You got it. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to the Torah with a little bit of Eitz Chaim, and then we're going to sing Dip Your Apple. We're going to do those things all in a row because we want to end at the same moment. that service ends. So I'm going to give my announcements first. Ready? Okay, so announcement number 1. Everyone who came to this service in person or on Facebook is awesome and gets a gold star for the new year. That's the first announcement, most important. Second announcement is that this afternoon, come join us at Edgemont Park. Bring your shofar. If you have a shofar, bring your birdseed if you want to do tashlich and throw some things into the pond that are not going to hurt the birds. And come and do mincha with us, and it'll be a good time. See your friends. Announcement number 3, tomorrow at 10 a.m., there will be another family/junior congregation service happening here. There's just going to be one service tomorrow morning that's in this tent, 10 to 11. So come for that if you'd like to come for that. Next week, Shabbat, September 11th, we are having our annual Shabbat Shuvah Poetry Slam during services at Bnai Keshet. If you want to come and share a poem during services, please come. We are also at the same time having a Beit Midrash open house. The idea of the open house is for people who are thinking about maybe starting Beit Midrash or joining a synagogue, and it's on their mind. It is not it's not an event for folks who are already knowing they're coming to Beit Midrash, because we're going to have limited capacity. So if you have friends who would like to come to that, please invite them to come to that. Then next week, we are back here for Yom Kippur. The schedule is all on the website. It will be an all-day extravaganza, as usual. So please join us for that. And thank you for being here.
One, two, three, four. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Clap, 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 clap. Shalom, shalom. Clap, 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 clap. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree of life to them who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomhecha. Me'ushar Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomhecha. Me'ushar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. And one more, Rabbi Ariane?
One more. If you have that extra sheet with extra songs, it'll be on that sheet. If you don't, just sing along the chorus, because it is very catchy.
The way you say Happy New Year is Shana Tova. Everybody say Shana Tova. And a sweet New Year, Umetuka. Say Umetuka. The chorus goes like this. Shana na 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 Tova, Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova, Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh. Try it with me. Shana na 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 Tova, Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova, Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. A new year rising, a new beginning. Lift your head up, turn yourself round, the world is spinning. Feel the magic of a new day. Open your heart to a fresh start, send your fears away. You've made mistakes, you feel it. You've got what it takes, believe it. Any wrong can be made right, just forgive, you need not fight. Shana Tova Umetuka, it's Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 Tova Umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova, tuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. So many new hopes waiting to find you. Open your eyes, dreams, your prize are all around you. Smiles are hiding, no use in guessing. Make up your mind, go out and find that simple blessing. This is your time, you feel it, how sweet it is. Believe it, any wrong can be made right. Just forgive, you need not fight. Shana tova umetuka, it's Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. Shana na 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 tova umetuka. Dip your apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah.
Shana Tova, Lincoln. Shana Tova, everyone. See you soon. See you this afternoon and tomorrow. Shana Tova.
Shana tova.